My name's Richard Bobich, and welcome to Economic Jeopardy. Unfortunately, due to budget cuts, our regular 22-minute program has been reduced to 15 minutes. So we'll try and keep things short. We are no longer able to afford electronic boards, so we're using paper cards. We have 7 categories on the board, each being jumbled with each other to be a bit more time efficient. Let's have our contestants introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I go to C.
Hi, Hannah.
I'm Cassidy, and I also go to C.
Hi, Cassidy.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Amy. I go to C.
Hi, Amy.
I'm not going to explain the rules of Jeopardy here because if you don't know them at this point, you've been living under a rock. Hannah, you're first.
I choose recommendations for 300.
What is the advantage to having a restaurant from a Japanese background available only in Canada?
I want to say because immigrants are able to indulge in part of their culture as well as introduce diversity and culture to other people who are limited when it comes to traveling.
That's correct. 300 points for Hannah. I'll have Cassidy pick the next category.
I'll go determinants of demand for $50.
100.
50. I'm not that smart.
A customer chooses to return to the same business again and again because of blank.
Oh, that's consumer preference.
Correct. 50 for Cassidy. Amy, you're up.
Just I am impressed. Complete of Monopoly for 500.
What was Edo Japan's gross sales for the year of 2018?
75 million.
No, unfortunately, it was 113.5 million. Hannah, you're up.
Recommendations for 400.
The consumer recommendation among the most patrons is blank.
Continue on the path.
Correct. 400 for Hannah. Cassidy, pick next.
I'm feeling a little smarter this time, so I'll go short run and long run for 100. So smarter.
Where did Edo Japan start?
Japan, duh.
Sorry, it was actually started in Calgary, Alberta. Amy, you're up.
I choose family of supply for 500.
Question is, price of produce and meat is what determinant of supply?
The price of the shop.
Correct. You're up, Hannah.
Recommendations for 500.
What is Fresh Take in store and why is Edo Japan implementing it?
It is a grab-and-go market wall that with pre-made meals and sushi, and it's being implemented to bring convenience to customers.
Amazing, Hannah. Correct again. And word for word, too. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is scripted. Cassidy, you're up.
I'll do imperfect competition and monopolies for $50.
Is Edo Japan a monopoly?
At the board game? No, it's not.
It's a 50-50 shot here, yes or no?
It's not at the board game, so no.
Correct, it's not on Monopoly board games. You are up, Amy.
Choose the determinant of demand for 500.
What would happen to the price of spring rolls if the price of noodles and rice bowls were to decrease?
It's like the complementary product. If the price of one decrease, in the price of the other is increased.
Very good. 500 for me. Back to you, Hannah.
Determinants of supply for 300.
How many suppliers are there in the market? Please list 4.
All I can think about is a teriyaki experience.
That is revolting. We are looking for a bit bigger suppliers such as Panda Express, Machu Wok, and Noodle Box.
My turn.
Go ahead.
I'll do short run and long run for $50.
Wow, another 50.
Oh my god, do some more recommendations, why don't you?
How will they increase their popularity?
By expanding to heavily populated areas so that they will become well known.
Very good. 50 for Cassidy. Amy, back to you.
I choose a short run and long run for 500.
That is today's Daily Double.
Yay!
1,000 points on the line. What 3 things should Edo Japan do to ensure success after starting?
Advising and not stop dead and good noodle.
You were right about efficient advertising and staffing, but good noodles, I can't accept that. The last one should have been a reliable food distributor. Hannah, your turn.
Supply and demand for 200.
Alright, question is, how many stores does Edo Japan currently have?
Oh, I learned this last semester. 133, but planning to open up more later.
Okay, try hard.
Well, you're not wrong, so 200 points for you. Cassidy, back to you.
We'll do supply and demand for 50.
What is Edo Japan known for selling for?
They sell rice and noodle bowls and sushi.
Very good.
Yay!
50 for Cassidy. Amy, you're up.
Supply and demand for 500.
What was the motivation behind the creation of Edo Japan?
At the time, it was niche market.
You were not wrong. They were a niche market at the time, but it was because consumers were wanting a traditional Japan-style meal with signature teriyaki sauce. Hannah, you're up.
Determine its demand for 200.
Edo Japan is a normal product. If consumer income was to increase, what would occur with the demand?
Demand would raise if increase of income would occur.
Correct. 200 for Hannah. Cassidy, your pick.
I'm feeling super smart, so we'll do determinant of supply for $50.
Smart pay, another 50. Yeah.
Edo Japan has to pay taxes. Which determinant of supply is this?
Business tax.
Correct. 50 for Cassidy. Amy, you're up.
I choose electricity and market straight for 100.
Elasticity refers to what?
The chain of demand in relation to the chain of price.
Correct. Hannah, you're up.
Recommendations for 200.
How many states in the USA has Edo Japan expanded into? I guarantee you they didn't teach you that in your last semester.
Want to bet?
Oh,
Only
yeah.
2. But it's recommended that they expand into more states.
You're not wrong, so 200 for Hannah. Cassidy, you're up.
I'm gonna steal your recommendations, and I'm gonna go for that for 50.
They're mine!
Why are consumers most likely to recommend Edo Japan?
Because they have good noodles and the diversity in options.
Correct. Edo serves beef, chicken, sushi, seafood, and vegetarian. This would definitely attract more consumers, raising demand. Amy, you're back up.
Electricity and market straight for 50.
Yay!
Yay! Where's Amy get them all?
I know, right?
Edo Japan is a blank type of market.
Buffet competition.
No, that's incorrect. They are a differentiated oligopoly. Hannah, your turn.
Recommendations for 100. I closed it out.
Give me recommendations. Come on. Oh my god, I pick this piece every time.
Hey Jared, how do you feel about this whole project?
Gotta work with them.
Is your mental health deteriorating because of all these idiots?
Yes! I'm losing brain cells working with these people. Look at me! I'm losing my mind! Because I'm with these people!
A lot of people lose their brain cells when they're in my class, I will admit that.
Okay, Dr. B.
Edo Japan is a blank type of market.
Buffet competition.
No, that's incorrect. They are a differentiated oligopoly. Hannah, your turn.
Recommendations for 100.
What is a strategy Edo Japan is currently taking to expand their brand awareness?
Expansion across Canada.
Correct. Franchising creates excellent brand awareness. Cassidy, you're up.
I'm feeling something tough. Let's do elasticity and market structure for 500.
Edo Japan increases their prices from $8 to $12. Seeing a decrease in demand by 20%, what would be the price elasticity of demand for this product?
I got this.
One eternity later.
0.4.
Correct! How did you do that?
Easy. I took the percent change in quantity demanded divided by the percent change in price.
Wow, 500 points for Miss 50. Amy, your turn.
I choose the electricity of the market for 400.
Define an oligopoly.
Competition is shared by small product or seller.
400 for you, Amy. Anna, back to you.
Imperfect competition and monopolies for 100.
What type of imperfect competition is Edo?
Monopolistic competition.
You're up, Cassidy.
Elasticity and market structure for 300.
How much have prices for Edo Japan increased in the last year?
Yeah, like I know that. It's $30. Oh, it's $30.
Very good. 300. Back to you,
I
Amy.
saved you.
Supply and demand for 400.
What option has Edo Japan introduced to their menu since 1979?
Sorry, couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me? Well, let me tell you. They've added kids menus, sushi shops, soups, catering options, and bento boxes. Hannah, please select the next category.
Supply and demand for 100.
When did Edo Japan open their first store in Manitoba?
2018.
How do you know this? What class did you take last semester?
Intro to Edo, Carol Ross.
Sounds like you really learned a lot in that class, I'll tell you.
More than you.
100 for Hannah.
Should I run long one for 400? You don't even get to speak.
Clearly not. I've derailed this project. What area in Canada would be a good spot to expand even further?
Can you please repeat the question?
Will do. What area in Canada would be a good spot to expand even further?
I know this, I promise.
The southern parts of Ontario, specifically between Windsor and Newmarket.
Very good. Amy, back to you.
Determinate demand for foreigner.
What is Edo-Japan's population size, income, age distribution for the customers?
If I had to guess, North America, middle income, mass community.
Correct. It is
yes.
North America, middle income, and millennials. You get 400 points, Amy. Hannah, back to you.
Can I get determinants of demand for 300, please?
No.
I helped you. Shut up.
If minimum wage were to increase, what could we expect Edo to do?
Raise the price of the products to compensate for the increase in the salary.
300 more for you. Cassidy, you're up.
Imperfect competition in monopolies for $300.
Is it easy to enter a monopolistic competition? $300 on the line for a 50-50 question? Yes or no? Please don't screw this up.
No.
Girl, you need to RTFQ. This is getting ridiculous. You are getting no points for this stunt you just pulled. Learn from your mistakes.
Be nice to her. She's a $50 girl.
Are you saying I'm cheap?
I'm saying you're not smart.
Perfect competition of monopoly for 400.
Was Edo-Japan a monopoly in Alberta? You're being a bit quiet. I need you to do it from the diaphragm. Like that. Yes, Edo was for a bit a monopoly in Alberta because Manchu Walk and Panda Express didn't open in Alberta until late 1990s. Hannah, back to you.
Determinants of demand for 100.
Edo-Japan and Walkbox share similar products and prices. This is an example of what?
Price of related products.
Good job. Cassidy, back to you.
Imperfect competition and monopolies for 200.
Does Edo-Japan use resources from monopolies?
Yes, actually, through government resources.
Correct. Amy, your turn.
This determinate of supply for 400.
What is the price of substitutes of Edo-Japan?
The price cannot be determined, but if the price of the improved fish chain, then the demand of more meat beyond fish increase.
Awesome. 400 for you, Amy. Back to you, Hannah.
Determinants of supply for 100.
What are the supplier's future expectations when taking a look at Edo-Japan?
Expectations can go one of two ways. One, if the supplier decreases the price to Edo-Japan will increase the price. Or two, if the supplier increases the price, Edo-Japan will have to decrease the price.
Amazing. You continue to boggle my mind. Another 100 for Hannah. Back to you, Cassidy.
Since there's no 50s or 100s left, I'll go for supply and demand for 300.
What is Edo-Japan doing with the increase of demand?
Lowering prices?
Ooh, no. Edo is actually creating more opportunities for the franchisees. Amy, next category, please.
Short run and long run for 300.
How does Edo secure a future in the industry, Amy?
Create a better atmosphere and higher quality product.
No, unfortunately, the better answer would have been to invest their profits into savings accounts so they add more locations. Hannah, next category, please.
Short run and long run for 200.
What would be a good idea for Edo to do to expand their influence?
Introduce a halal market menu.
No, the answer would be they go across borders and start working towards international and global presence. Cassidy, your turn.
Determinants of supply for 200.
With the use of television menus, similar to Tim Hortons, McDonald's, etc., what determinant of supply does this follow?
Technology.
Correct. Back to you, Amy.
This is the last one. 200.
Is Edo-Japan inelastic or elastic compared to its competitors?
Elastic.
Correct. The last 200 points go to Amy.
Okay, so Ethan, the three of us contestants have decided that we don't want to do Final Jeopardy because I'm already losing and Hannah's the clear winner. But we did want to run over the things that we learned today.
That's not nice. I wrote this script till 2 in the morning and you just want to completely throw my emotions.
You didn't even write the Final Jeopardy part.
Alright, so what did we learn today?
Edo-Japan is the Canadian-based company. This beast is Japan buyers.
Their short run is more focused on each individual location.
Meanwhile, their long run is more focused on expanding the franchise into different markets in Canada and the United States.
And you can't forget that it's a differentiated oligopoly.
Keeping the consumer profession by adding the fresh taking store while keeping the same food.
And a monopoly is not the board game Monopoly. Edo-Japan is not a monopoly, but it does use resources from a monopoly. So
Edo-Japan is a monopolistic competition when talking about imperfect competition.
this is what a mental breakdown looks like.
I had several last night. I was literally thinking that as letter B, letter B, letter B.
Hi, my name's Hannah. I go to SAFE.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, I'm Cassidy. I go to SAFE.
Hi,